Alright, what is up guys, and welcome back to another video. I am your host, formerly known as Speed of Gamer. Before we start, if you haven't watched the previous update video on my channel, just go there real quick before you watch this one. So in this video, I'm going to be talking briefly about the past of this channel, the experiences that we've been through, as well as future developments for a whole nother thing. So just want to say very quickly that I have been away creating something new for YouTube with a group of friends from high school that we have been developing together for pretty much a few years in the making as of right now. But I'm gonna wait till the end of the video to talk about that. For now, I just want to talk about my channel's past and what I've seen that both positively and negatively affected my channel. So when this whole thing started, making videos on YouTube, I initially did it just as a way of keeping memories for me and my friends to watch over again, just to, to create a positive state of mind in any situation. That was the just initial goal of making videos, just a fun thing to do. But then as I kept doing it, like maybe at the first year, I'm like, wow, I feel like I can really do something with this, and I really want to try and take things to the next level. So I went at it for years, maybe I think it was about 5 or 6. God. So I continued to do what I loved for following years to come, and unfortunately I didn't see the growth that I hoped for. And as I'm sitting here now talking to you, I want to talk about what I did wrong on my channel and why it didn't grow to what I wanted it to be. And while I'm discussing the mistakes that I made, some of the things can also be said for the rest of the YouTube squad, where we didn't do things the proper way if we wanted to continue to grow on YouTube. This also has to do with the analytics of my channel, which I've unfortunately only looked at recently, which is not a good idea for a YouTube channel. It's not do things right, let's just put it at that. So I want to talk about what I did wrong and why this didn't become what I wanted it to be for this channel specifically. So the first thing I want to talk about is thumbnails. Now, thumbnails are just as important as the entire video, if not more important, simply because the thumbnail is what the viewers first look at and helps them to decide whether or not they want to even click on the video to watch it. And that was a problem that I had on my channel. Now, I'm not saying that I did not take the thumbnail making into account at all, just letting YouTube pick a random frame from the video and making it a thumbnail. I did not do that. What I did basically was I just picked one of the most interesting parts of the video, screenshot it, and that was the thumbnail. For my case, for most of my videos. And then other times when I'm focusing on something very specific, I'd maybe look up an image on Google, implement it into my thumbnail, and that's that. And there are problems with that because what I did was never really enough detail-wise, the way it pops out on your YouTube feed compared to other videos for people to actually click on it. And there was a lot of proof right in my analytics. And this again goes back to, how I really thought that this could become something big. So taking a look at my analytics, I saw that my thumbnails were shown to around 130,000 different viewers, YouTube viewers, and the impression rate, or the percentage of people that actually clicked on the thumbnail when they saw it, was only about 7 or 8%. And taking that from 130,000, that may not seem like a bad thing starting out. That's probably about 15,000 out of those 130,000 that clicked on the videos, which it brings in some views, but the main goal is to keep them with the channel, subscribe and everything, and make them want to come back and watch more. And my thumbnails did not do enough to make that happen. And then, for those that actually click on the thumbnail, this is when I go into my next this topic of discussion, and that is the retention rate. So the retention rate is simply how long people stay in the videos that I create. That also, started to decrease as people watch the videos, and that's very simply because a lot of my videos, maybe, I don't want to say a lot, maybe at least half of my videos were between 30 minutes to an hour. And for gaming videos like the ones that I did and YouTube Squad did, that can be a problem with retention rate, because people, like viewers, just start to become very unattracted to the video while they're watching it and just want to click off because it eventually becomes boring to them. And this also kind of plays in with editing, but even if there was editing, if you're not a very popular YouTuber, if you're not very well known, making long videos like that for such a small channel like mine and the squads, it's hard to keep retention rate high. And this was another issue that I had for maybe around half, a little bit more of my videos. Like, for example, the series I did on the forest, I believe Assassin's Creed, those videos were, some of them were almost an hour long. And, again, only seeing this now because, wasn't responsible because I wanted my channel to grow, doing the right things. I wasn't being responsible for everything. I didn't take things into account, making the right decisions. That was another problem. And then talking about responsibility, going into my third thing I want to say is simply making a schedule for my channel. Setting days I want to upload and edit both thumbnails and the video itself. The only scheduling I kind of did was I wanted to try and upload 2 videos a week at least, and that may not seem like a bad thing. For a lot of YouTube channels only upload once a week, but I should have taken the rest of that time into serious editing and thumbnail making to really make my videos pop out, which I unfortunately did not do well enough. And that was really the issue. It's the whole thing with the YouTube algorithm and knowing the right things to do. Like, if you want to create a channel, you need to study how things work on the app and how to get people's attention. You just need to really take all those things into real consideration, and if you want your channel to grow. It's as simple as that. So, those things, kind of did not, I did get views, some of the videos that I made, thumbnails were good, content was good. I think my most popular video right now is over 10,000 views, which, I did the things right in that video. I played a game which was pretty much new at the time. I have a good thumbnail, I have good content in that video. I think that's a Just Cause video that I made way back, and it did well. And if I took that same concept into all of my videos, then things would be a lot different as of right now, for the channel specifically. But it's it's a learning process. You need to fail in order to succeed in the future. You improve on it in the future, which is the next thing I want to talk about eventually. And that's just my status of this channel. So it didn't go where I wanted, but it's not a problem at all. Things happen. You learn from what you did wrong. And this is what's gonna go into now the next part of the video, which is about the future and what I've been developing along with my group of friends from high school. So again, if you did not watch the previous video I made, then this might not really make sense to you. So go back and watch that if you haven't yet. So dating back a few years in high school, this is when this really started. We started talking about it, and we really started taking action during the summer. We made another YouTube channel, and we are taking this very, very seriously. In some ways, you could say that we looked at my channel and what I was not able to succeed in, and we're pretty much learning from that as well. We're taking that into account in order to be successful in this channel. So like I said, we're taking this very seriously. We have literally been having 1 to 2 meetings ever since the summer. You know, creating our identity, listing content ideas. We have a bunch of social media accounts already set up for people to follow so they can stay updated on new things that happen on the channel. Studying popular YouTubers and their strategies, and just simply studying how the YouTube algorithm works, you know, to be able to grow for our channel, to, you know, rise in the ranks, take it to the next level. And we really believe that because of all the hard work that we've done in this channel, this can really become something great. You know, and although we've started this channel months ago, we've only started uploading a few weeks ago. Our first video was, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago. That just shows you, you know, how much work we've already put into this. So this channel is called Rain Entertain. The link will be in the description. We have 2 videos. Our goal right now is to upload only once a week because, you know, we're just starting out. We're getting used to things still, even after all this time. But this is where we are right now. And we, like I said, we do think this can become something great. We are making the videos properly with editing and thumbnails and making it the right length so people won't click off. The first, I believe, 24 hours of our first video got over 100 views with 60 different individual viewers. So starting out with barely any subs, that's honestly great for us. And the guys that host this channel, along with me, have some of the most hilarious personalities I have ever seen. I know you will, for sure, enjoy the content that we create just based on our personalities. It's so fun to play with them and so fun to watch over again, just for me. So yes, that's where we are now. You know, after all this, you're probably, you know, asking yourself, you know, okay, Marcello's going about to do this with another group of friends. What happens with the YouTube squad as a whole? Well, I got good news for that, because our goal in the future for Rain Entertain, as we continue to grow and become what we believe this can become, taking that to the whole next level, when we get there, we want the YouTube squad, me and them, to become pretty much a subgroup or a subcategory of sorts of the channel, separate from the main thing. You know, for instance, like, you know, how like a main gaming channel maybe can, as a subgroup or sub part of the channel, are vlogs. You know, the YouTube squad has different content and different personalities, you know, a different view on things will be similar to that. That's what we hope to do in the future. So that's, you know, it's a good thing, you know. We have a channel that we know can become a success, and YouTube squad's gonna be a part of it, so we're all in this together. So if you could do us a huge favor, just scroll down real quick, click that link, and just subscribe to the channel, the Rain Entertain channel. That would be amazing. Even if, you know, you don't watch YouTube and you're only seeing this because it popped up on your feed while randomly opening the app. You know, just looking at our channel, looking at that new subscriber any day of the week is always a huge help and is very essential in the growth of our channel. So as far as this channel is concerned, like I said in the previous video, I'm only really going to be uploading on this channel if something crazy happens with me and the YouTube squad. You know, mainly now for just the sake of going back and revisiting good times rather than trying to really grow on this channel. So that's where we are now. Now, I guess the main request that I'm going to say to you guys that are still sticking around is to just head over to Rain Entertain, become a part of that community as well, along with the YouTube squad. Support us in any way you can just by simply liking or watching our videos. And eventually, YouTube squad and Rain Entertain come together and work together in the future. At least that's what we hope to happen, and we are very confident it will happen, growing wise and the fact of us combining. And yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. It's been a great 5 or 6 years of making videos on this channel with the YouTube squad. We've had so many good times, you have no idea. We've gotten a lot of very nice comments, people saying we should be a lot bigger than what we are. And again, this is a lot to do with us, you know, not doing the right things in order to make that happen. It's mainly our faults. But we hope to improve on that in this new channel. So again, go there, support. And yeah, thank you guys again, and I hope to see you there.